In this video, we will be actually starting the dice poker quest, as I clearly messed it up last time by forgetting to ask Zoltan about how to play for real money. Now, I'm going to tell him about that, ask him about that, sorry, and then I believe I just play him again just to make some extra money anyways. And then I will be playing Harren for money, and then after that I will be heading back to the inn where the video will end off, and that will be used as a reference point on how to find the next objective, or the next person with a quest for the Reverend, which is a man named Odo. So, if you forget how to play dice poker, or you did not watch the first video in which I said how to play, it's pretty much the Yahtzee. If you know how to play Yahtzee, you're good. But if you don't know how to play, you have five dice in the game. Each person has 5 dice at least. You roll them to make poker hands, or Yahtzee hands as well. The highest being 5 sixes, being called 5 of a kind, not Yahtzee. And you only get one re-roll to do this, so you need to make it count on your only try, more or less. So I always tend to bet the maximum amount of money because you can, well, I'm guessing you can make the most from betting the most, so assuming you don't lose at least. Each game is best out of 3, and if you can't quite see what you may have, so say you can't tell if you have a pair just because the dice are not ordered by the number, it'll actually tell you on a screen between the reroll. As well, at the end of the round, it'll say how much money is in the pot for this game. But yeah, a basic strategy for this is that if you have a pair when you roll, a pair of 3 or 4 of a kind, just get rid of the numbers that don't match up with your original roll pretty much. So if you roll 2 3s, a 4, a 6, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Whatever. If you have a pair, get rid of the other 3 unless one of the 3 is a third number, which would mean you have 3 of a kind. I hope that's not too complicated to understand if you've, say, never played poker or Yahtzee before. But if you watch the video, you'll get a basic strategy, and if I actually do need to change my plan on how I play this game, I will mention that when the time comes for, or in the video where I had to actually change my strategy. But to continue on to the next stage of this quest, called the Professional, you need to beat at least 3 novice players first. And there are 4 novices in this area. I decide to play all 4 just for the extra money, but the 3 most obvious will be Harren, Mikkel, and Odo. You can play all 3 of them before you get their quest, which is what I do, so I don't have to remember that I need to play against them. There are some novice players in Chapter 2, but it's much better to start the quest now, because you can I mean, you have more people to play, which means you can make more money if you play enough. And also, I guess if you plan on, say, playing one character until they're completely out of money, you cannot actually do that because each character has actually a limit on the amount of money that they will carry. I'm not sure. I'm trying to remember what the amount is. I think it might be around 3,000 or maybe 300 for lower level players. But now that you've beaten Harren, I just kind of I go actually out and level up because I believe I've forgotten to. Alright, I will always show myself leveling up just because, or at least so people don't ask me, well, if anything, they'd probably ask me what upgrades I decide to put my points into. So I'm showing the level up screens just so I don't get asked that question. And I fast forwarded to me getting to the inn just because Odo's house, I'm going to I'm going to show you where he lives from the inn.
I shall pray at the temple of eternal fire. I shall complain to King Foltez Courtiers.